obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Good morning and welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines for the 2023 Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We're into the Class 5A at semifinal Thursday here. We had a one-possession ball game that went down into the last minute before defending champ Johnston won, and now we have the number 1 seed, Pleasant Valley, taking on number 8 seed West Des Moines Valley. West Des Moines Valley, you say maybe a little Cinderella, but they really have been on a roll here late in the season, and Pleasant Valley and West Des Moines Valley both like to play defense. Dar Danielson here with you, and my sidekick. What do you got to say? As you look at this game here, how do you see it?
Right, well, as you're right, Pleasant Valley did. They beat that West Des Moines Valley team in that first game here today, taking on the Dowling Maroons. And so that Pleasant Valley team, this is the game that tripped them up last year. They were in the semifinals of the state tournament and lost to Johnston last year. So they're on their revenge tour. Today they're looking for that win over Dowling Catholic, who also has a tremendous team that beat Davenport North to make it to this game.
And I should say Tammy Blackstone, Cherokee Drake, and a Hall of Famer, a girls basketball player. Let's talk about a little bit. You mentioned the road to this championship here for these two.
Yep, absolutely. So Dowling Catholic, they had some tough games in districts. We saw really good games from Ellie Muller against a good Iowa City West team in the district. Julia Moore had 19 versus a good Sioux City West team. And again, at state, they handled Davenport North on Monday. Now for Pleasant Valley, they are the only remaining undefeated team here in 5A, and they beat West Des Moines Valley 43-28. They've got, of course, star Hallie Weiss. She's headed to Marquette next year. She had 18.6 rebounds in that first game. Also, look, they've got a nice roster. Jessie Clemens contributed significantly in that game as well. Very balanced scoring from the Pleasant Valley Spartans.
All right, we'll talk a little bit more about these two teams and what they need to do to win here on our Cougar Seeds to the game. That's coming up here in just a bit. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson, Tammy Blackstone with you here, and time to dig a little bit deeper into these two teams and what they need to do to be successful, and our Kruger seeds to the game. Tammy?
Right. For Pleasant Valley, they really need to have a patient and controlled offense. It says defense on the screen. It really is an offense that they've shown that all year, just having that patience. Also, they have a height advantage. These are two tall teams, but Pleasant Valley has the Vice sisters at 6'3" and 6'2", Addie Maurer at 6 foot, Jesse Clemens at 5'10". They are a tall team. If they can use that to their advantage and take advantage of some mismatches, that'll help them. For Dowling, they're going to need to penetrate that tough zone defense of Pleasant Valley. Dowling has that ability, they have that in their arsenal, and they're going to need to be able to break up that zone. And also for Dowling to get some contributions from the bench. They have a nice balanced scoring. Of course, they have Ava Zedeker averaging 20 points a game, but all the way down the roster, about 8 deep, they have contributions from all their players, and that will be really crucial today.
All right, those are your Kruger seeds for success. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. Just a few minutes away from tip-off here, starting lineups. We'll be back with that coming up at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, Dar Danielson, Tammy Blackstone. I think I said earlier, Dowling, the number 8 seed. They're number 4. I looked at West Des Moines Valley, which is the 8th seed. But anyway, it should be a good 1-4 matchup as they're just about ready for introductions here. Any final thoughts before they introduce the teams, Tammy?
You know, I'm excited here about these two coaches. Jennifer Getz, a Hall of Famer for Pleasant Valley, Coach Kristen Meyer for Dowling Catholic, 2 great coaches.
Team, the Dowling Catholic Maroons, and the home team, the Pleasant Valley Spartans.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior. Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship, both on the court and in the stand. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's 5A semifinal matchup. First of all, here are your non-starters for Dowling Catholic. Number 3, Leah Brauch. Number 11, Marin Heller. Number 31, Emma Hazel. Number 33, Macy Harnden. And 43, Ellie Muller. Your assistant coaches, Joel Danner, Audrey Faber, Lisa Smith, Jonathan Vandera, and Logan Greiner. Now let's meet your non-starters for the home team from Pleasant Valley. Number 4, Kaylee Moen. Number 5, Casey Kane. Number 10, Ashley Henson. Number 13, Reese O'Donnell. Number 15, Bryn Banks. Number 20, Haley Aslin. 24, Isabel Kramer. 33, Morgan Russman. And 40, Rachel Vonderhaar. Your assistant coaches, Amy Labarge, Marcy Hill, Samantha Urban, Sophie Harhughes, and Jessie Meyer. And now, here are your starters for this 5A semifinal. For Dowling Catholic, at forward, a sophomore, number 5, Ellie Olson. For Pleasant Valley, at guard, a junior, number 2, Jessie Clemens. For the Maroons, at guard, a sophomore, number 13, Ava Zediker. For the Spartans, at guard, a sophomore, number 3, Reagan Pagliano. For Dowling Catholic, at guard, a sophomore, number 15, Layla Tritton. At guard for Pleasant Valley, a senior, number 12, Hallie Weiss. At forward for the Maroons, a senior, number 21, Julia Moore. At forward for the Spartans, a sophomore, number 23, Quinn Weiss. And at guard for Dowling Catholic, a senior, number 25, Lauren Frericks. And for Pleasant Valley, at forward, a sophomore, number 32, Addie Maurer. Head coach for the Maroons, Kristen Meyer. And for the Spartans, Jennifer Getz. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you our officials for this 5A semifinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Lance Ployer, Chris Ehlers, and William Dotson. All right, who's ready for state tournament basketball?
And we are ready to set up the first state championship game here in the second semifinal. You know what I find fun? These girls have played in a lot of games, been in state. They all still smile, big beaming smile when their name's announced and they come out. It's cool. It's a big thing to be here and playing in this game, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, and both of these teams have good crowds here behind them today, and they're excited to be here, and we're tipped off here at Wells Fargo for this semifinal.
Here we go. It's Pleasant Valley in the white, Dowling in the maroon uniforms. Up top to Maher. Over to Clemens, excuse me. There's a three, no good. Missed by Pagliano, and trying to run it down, but can't. Man, she took a hard slide over there under the table, was Clemens.
We're going to see a lot of that good hustle today. Both of these teams are very quick. They're scrappy. They like to get their hands on all those loose balls.
Both of them the top on all the defensive categories after the first game here at Wells Fargo. And you got to hustle, because if you don't, your season could be over.
That's right.
Inside look, back out to Zedeker. She's a super sophomore who does about everything for him. Back over, down, trying to go inside to Olsen, and it's knocked away.
Good hands there by Quinn Weiss. She is the 6'3" sophomore underneath the basket, making things difficult for that Dowling offense.
Clemens to Hallie Weiss over on the wing. Three is short again by Clemens.
A couple of threes there. That's by Reagan Pagliano, and she's going to continue taking those shots today. Missed her first two, but she is a very solid three-point shooter.
Yeah, shoots over 45% on the season. They pull it back out. On the drive, Moore gets in there looking for somebody. Now kicks it over. Open three. Rattles around. No good. Rebound put back up, and the foul will be called. Underneath as the putback by Ellie Olsen. That foul will go against Reagan Pagliano.
Ellie Olsen here at the line for the Maroons. She is just a sophomore. Dowling is a young team. She is one of three other sophomores in the starting lineup. Ellie Olsen, also a sophomore. Ava Zedeker, as you mentioned, kind of their super sophomore. They are kind of led on the court by Julia Moore, their lone senior starter, and their floor general.
So 1 of 2 from the line and knocked around, and Zedeker knocked it off of Hallie Weiss. And a good play there as it came down, and then it got between Weiss's feet, and she couldn't quite roll it in before it went out of bounds. And so Dowling gets another opportunity here. Throw it into Triton. She'll dribble through.
We'll see that tough zone defense of the Pleasant Valley Spartans. Dowling looking for an answer to it here.
Over the top to Zedeker. Zedeker into the elbow. Underneath, almost a little too late, but they get it in there to Frericks. Looked like she missed her, but then finally got it in.
Very good look. Yep, that zone was a little bit late adjusting, and they were able to find that gap, and that's exactly what they're going to need to continue to do, is find those weaknesses in that zone defense.
Dowling out early, 3-0. Crossover, Clemens drives in and blocked, and here comes Zedeker with it, back the other way. Well, Clemens isn't scared to shoot it from the three or stick her nose inside either, is she?
No, she certainly is not. She's been crucial. She averages 9 a game. She's been just a really big part of that Spartan offense.
Here's Zedeker with it. Dribbles back out against that zone. Up top to Moore. 13 on the clock. Skip over the top. Baseline in, 6 seconds. Zedeker drives. Can she get it off? She does, right at the shot clock. It's a little short. So good pressure defense forces a little off-balance shot at the shot clock there. There's the handoff to Clemens. Up and good.
good finish there. We can see a very quick possession there for the Spartans versus the Maroons really having to work significantly against this zone.
Inside, now knocked away, but kept alive by Zedeker, and she gets the baseline runner.
Zedeker is just extremely athletic for the Maroons. 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, nearly four assists.
Back up top with it, Weiss. There's a three by Addie Maurer.
Maurer, just a sophomore, but really crucial part of that offense as well.
And she shoots 34% from the three-point range, and that's only 4th on the starting lineup. So.
Extremely good three-point shooters. Every single Pleasant Valley Spartan can shoot and will shoot from the three-point line.
Oh, almost back up again, and Julia Moore gets the putback. At first it looked like the pass to her was a little wild, then she got to Frerick. Frerick missed, and then Moore followed it up.
Maroons doing a good job there of getting themselves several second and third opportunities there at that score.
Pagliano gets it off. Moore. Over to Clemens.
You can see they're looking inside, trying to get it into Hallie Weiss, their star senior.
Now they throw it up top. It's loose up there. Zedeker picks it up. She'll go in and get fouled by Pagliano. Or is it? Yeah, I think.
Zedeker not quite able to finish it there, but early in the game to get those fouls is sometimes just as important in getting herself to the line.
Yeah,
for
she
an
got
opportunity.
her good on the arm. And if you're going to foul, make sure they have to go to the line. Don't give them the bucket and another.
That's right.
Oh, that's a rarity. Zedeker, almost an 86% free throw shooter. She had 25 in the quarterfinal, 12 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Not a bad line.
Not at all.
Second free throw's off, no good. Back the other way now for Pleasant Valley. Approaching 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Oh, taken away Zedeker. Oh, and she just caught that line as she tried to get control of it.
So nice attempted a steal there by Zedeker. The Dowling defense has really been disruptive here for the Spartans. We have not, we're midway through this first quarter more so, we haven't seen any scores yet from Hallie Weiss. The Dowling Maroons really playing a tough defense.
Reagan Pagliano with it. Gets a high screen. Now there's Bice. She pulls up for 3. Good! On cue.
Right.
You called it.
Just when I said she hadn't scored, now she gets herself on the board. Hallie Weiss, again, she is their only senior starter. She is headed to Marquette to continue her career next year at the Division I level.
And the Spartans take their first lead, a 1-point lead here in the first quarter. Lob down low, up and partially blocked. She gets her own rebound. Back up is Muller. Muller snuck in the game on us. Somehow that's an IMT insurance substitution, but now back the other way. It's Pleasant Valley trying to build on that lead. Running, catches and falls. Maurer gets it. Now trouble there with the defense, and it's going to go back to Pleasant Valley again. Back in comes Layla Triton for an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com.
Pleasant Valley gets nearly all of their scoring from 4 players. The Weiss sisters, Hallie and Quinn, Jessie Clemens, and Reagan Pagliano. And so those are the 4 that they're really looking to get points on the board. A lot of contributors for rebounds, steals, and assists.
Weiss against Zedeker, knocked away, and Zedeker comes away with it. Zedeker takes it, steps through, up and rolls out. Rebound pulled down by Aslan, and a travel call.
There's a strong rebounding effort there by the sophomore. Unfortunately, not be able to keep those feet, looking for someone to pass it to. Sometimes you just can't pass it out of your hands quick enough.
Clemens and Quinn Weiss back into the lineup after a breather for Pleasant Valley. And, good play inside to Zedeker.
Very sneaky there. It's right into Zedeker, who is really such a solid scorer.
Inside pass on the block. There, turn it around. Now back outside to Kramer. Clemens gets it off. Over to Weiss. Inside, give back to Weiss down the lane and good. Inside to Quinn, and Quinn back to Hallie, just like you drew it up,
Hallie.
wasn't it?
Yep, absolutely. That's got to be fun for these two. Again, Hallie is a senior. Quinn is a 1 inch taller sophomore. Both really good contributors, such solid players here.
Under a minute to play now. There's a three. Rolls out. No good. Rebound, though, underneath by Dowling. Kick it over to Zedeker for three. Short. Rebound. Battle for in there. Weiss comes away with it. Hallie. And now Pleasant Valley has a quick up the floor. She got a little too far under the basket, I think, when she caught that. But she wanted to do the thing and keep it up and shoot quick before the defense got there, I think.
Right.
So now Dowling has a chance with the shot clock off to get a final shot here, trailing by 3. They led most of the way. And then Pleasant Valley took the lead and extended it just a bit. Down the lane, and there's a foul on the baseline off the drive by Triton.
This is Layla Tritton, the sophomore, here at the line.
And this is a free throw. And Tritton will get another one. And it's the second one.
Pleasant Valley just 2.5 seconds here, see if they can get anything off.
And they aren't able to get it. So after one, Pleasant Valley with a 2-point lead, 12-10. We'll be back with the second quarter after this at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs. And with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Second Class 5A semifinal to set up the meeting with defending champion Johnston on tomorrow night. And Pleasant Valley on top by 2 after one quarter. Dowling starts the second quarter with the basketball. Throw it over to Zeneker, left wing. That zone quickly over there. And trying to get it to Tritton over there, but knocked away.
Those long arms in the zone, that was Addie Maurer for Pleasant Valley, tipping that ball away.
That's the best way to get that zone outside is to pass it around, isn't it?
It really is passing quickly, also penetrating the zone. It's been fun to watch Dowling here. They have figured it out. They've gotten themselves some good shots against this a lot of teams have a lot of trouble with this Pleasant Valley zone.
And that was a good post move by Muller. Just couldn't quite get it, but she got turned on hip and sealed off the defender there, but just couldn't quite finish off the shot, but they will get it back underneath.
She has. I think we're going to see a lot from freshman Ellie Muller today for Dowling.
Yep, as you say, they get it right to her there on the inbound.
Yeah, they need her height. She is a 6'1" freshman, and against this taller Pleasant Valley team, I think she's going to see quite a bit of time on the court.
And we're tied once again here. Pleasant Valley working it. There's a three, short, rebound pulled in by Weiss, turns around, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Julia Moore. Moore to Triton, looking down on the block. Now quick inside the free throw line, kick out for three, no good. And Triton gets the rebound. Zedeker with it. Over the top. Back in. Oh, and she anticipated that perfectly. Maurer, and then drew the foul.
Once again, the sophomore with those long arms, are they on the outside of that zone, breaking things up. Dowling that time did a nice job. They got themselves a second opportunity, then a third opportunity, and that's what they're going to need to keep doing, but they've got to watch those passes, especially on the perimeter.
IMT Insurance substitution, Marin Heller coming in for Dowling. And sometimes people think zone, well, you just stand there with your hands up, but it's movement, as we saw down there. She moved into the passing lane and got the ball away.
They're very, very active. They take advantage of not only having that height, but also speed.
They tried to do that little give and go inside again between the Vices, and that drew a foul. Zedeker's second, and the second team foul on Dowling. And looks like they're going to bring Zedeker out after getting the two team fouls there. Julia Moore will come back in. And she's one you don't want to see in foul trouble, Zedeker. And that ball, good defense that time by Frerichs. And she gets it off the hands of Weiss. Up top with it, Marin Heller.
Dowling looking for those opportunities. Nothing's open in the middle, that big zone.
They go to that free throw line again. Look on down low, but knocked away. And then a foul as Clemens gets knocked down.
Once again, we see the defense getting hands on that ball on those perimeter passes. Really doing a nice job of forcing those turnovers. That is the fifth turnover for Dowling against that zone.
Tritton's first personal, third team foul here on the Maroons as we're under 6 minutes to play first half. Here's a three, no good. And Tritton pulls it in. So far, let's see, 1-3. Neither team real successful thus far from the outside, but part of that is the defense we talked about.
Yes.
Lob it over, Tritton looking in the middle there to Olsen, now down. There's Olsen. She kind of keys that, she'll pull it out this time. Back over the side, Tritton. 8 seconds on the clock, shot clock. 5, 4, dribbles in, pulls up. No good, and Weiss that time slapped it out of there, but it's going to go to Dowling. Now underneath. Got it to Heller, but she decided not to go up amongst the trees. And there's a foul on Clemens. Man, that is a good offensive attacking possession there for Dowling. They end up drawing the foul out of it. And they got the offensive rebound, then get it back out and draw the foul.
It is. They really had to work hard for that first shot, running that shot clock all the way down to the end, but then able to grab that rebound and get themselves set up for a second opportunity there. They're having a little bit of trouble with those perimeter passes. They're a little bit slow against those long arms of the Spartans. I think there's an opportunity here for them to penetrate that zone, pull up for a jump shot before they get down too low with all that height.
They bring Ellie Muller in. And there's a long three, no good. Rebound, Heller.
Once again, another opportunity here, created by Marin Heller, the sophomore.
She crosses over. Gets it out to Julia Moore. Skip all the way across. Heller for three. Good!
Outstanding skip pass across the zone. That is the way to beat it. That there's just no way those defenders can shift quick enough to go out and pick up Heller on the perimeter there.
Dowling, a 5-0 run to start the second quarter, and just as they say that, Weiss goes up and says, not anymore.
That is Hallie Weiss doing what she does best. She is just a very, very good offensive scorer.
Shot back the other way by Dowling. Moore for two. And back to a three-point lead. Here's a shot up by Pagliano, no good.
She has not been able to put one of those in tonight, but you will see all 5 of these Pleasant Valley players shoot from that three-point line, and normally they are quite accurate shooters. Pagliano, she'll put some of those in.
Yeah, she's 45% shooter there, and but she's mad she kicked the chair when she went out, because those are shots you know you're going to make, but then you miss a couple here early. But that's the way good shooters are. They're mad and they'll come back out and keep shooting.
That's right, and that's what she needs to do, is just to keep shooting.
So back in is Ava Zedeker for an IMT Insurance substitution. And over to Zedeker. She looks, dumps it in there. Now they come across court. Back up top to Moore. To Zedeker. She'll skip it over. Three, no good this time. It's long, and rebound is pulled down by Quinn Weiss.
Another good skip pass there.
Clemens, stop and go, pushes it up and draws the foul. Just a little hesitation dribble and then attack the basket as she got to the lane.
Very nice take there by
Here
Jessie Clemens.
Yep. And the fourth.
Clemens is a junior. She is committed to play softball at Iowa State University in a couple years. We actually have a couple of good softball players out on the court today. Marin Heller for Dowling, also a tremendous softball player, just a sophomore, but expect her to also get some Division I offers.
Clemens hits a free throw. She'll get another one. She's shooting about 81.3% from the free throw line and pops both of those to make it a 1-point ball game. There's Zedeker with it. Dumps it over to Moore, right side. Down low, now back up top. Just trying to move that zone around. There's Heller. Zedeker looks at it. They got Muller down low. 8 on the shot clock. 6. And they try to throw it across and it's picked off there by Hallie Aslan. Quickly down on the baseline. Back out. Weiss drives. Shot rolls through. Rebound put back up and good by Kramer.
It's a strong drive there by Weiss. Kramer getting herself in a nice position there to be able to clean that up.
And Pleasant Valley takes the lead back here with 2:20 to go first half.
Dowling here still looking for a good consistent solution to this zone. Has had a little trouble getting into it. It's taken them quite a while on most of these offensive possessions to find that shot that they want.
Yeah, they've had a couple to run right now. And Heller down drives in. She's double teamed. Tried to throw it off the defender, but it came back and hit her. And yeah, you talk about penetrating, but that time...
I was just going to say, normally you do penetrate against a zone. If I'm as small as Marin Heller, the sophomore, going into all those tall defenders, I don't know if that's the right solution in that situation.
So 30-second timeout here. And so should they maybe try that a little more at the start of the play there?
I think penetration from the top of the key would be good. And if they can pull up short around the elbow before they get into all those long arms, I think that could be an effective way to beat that zone. And we've seen that skip pass work a couple of times.
And they were successful early, too, in throwing it into the pivot at the free throw line and then looking for, like, Muller down low. But and of course, Pleasant Valley adjusts a little bit on defense. So it's just a matter of, we talked about, again, 3 6-footers. You're trying to find that open space.
Right, and Dowling, they have successfully broken that press. They're only down by 1 point, and here they've scored 17 points against against that zone, and a lot of teams all year have not had that same kind of success.
Just the last couple of possessions, they've run the shot clock way down and had to take a wild shot or try to force it. So here comes 2 minutes to play now. Here's Weiss with it. Gets it to Weiss. Now back to Weiss. Weiss down the middle, high off the glass. She draws the foul.
Weiss knows that normally something good is going to happen when she takes it all the way to the hoop. She's either going to get the score or she's going to get herself to that free throw line.
Weiss to shoot. 2 gets the rattler that goes down. Gives her 8 points.
Weiss is the only senior starter for the Spartans. They are a young team, and she's been a great leader for them this season.
And they build a lead up to 3. Now here's Dowling. This time they go into the free throw line and back out, and it's a little long. Race for it, and good job by Clemens to run that down in the corner. As looks like Tritton was about ready to get it. Now up and good. The runner by Pagliano.
It's a great look, smart floater there by the shorter guard.
And then a blocking foul called the other way on Clemens.
It's a nice job there of Dowling to draw that foul, bring that contact.
And we'll see IMT Insurance substitution. Hallie Oslin coming in. Here as you see the replay of the bucket by Pagliano. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. So now you can be worry-free at imtims.com. There's Zedeker with it for Dowling. They're down by 5. Into the free throw line. Back to Zedeker for 3. Rolls out. Muller there, the rebound. Gets it blocked from behind by Weiss. And there'll be a tie-up, which will go to Pleasant Valley.
That was nice ball movement that time by Dowling Catholic. Getting themselves a nice... Yeah,
back up. And Weiss just came right over Quinn Weiss.
Yep.
Got the ball. No body, no nothing. Just got a clean block on the ball.
Right. That was a strong move, though, by the freshman Ellie Muller under the basket. But sometimes you're going to get your shot blocked, so that'll happen.
As my partner smiles, she knows what it's like to get in there and get a nice block.
It's so fun.
Isn't it fun? There's a 3. Good. Rattles home for Maurer.
Addie Maurer just having a really good game here for Pleasant Valley. That is her 5th point. She it may actually be her 8th point, and she averages 2 on the year.
Little run by Pleasant Valley, ups that lead to 8 here. Dowling with it. About a second differential between the shot and the play clock here at the end of the half. And they go inside, stumble for a minute. Zedeker picks it up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Zedeker directing a little traffic out there. Lobs it over. Here's a 3. It's going to be way short. Pleasant Valley will get a long shot off. Maybe there it is. Off the side of the basket. And it'll be 25-17. Pleasant Valley here at the half. We'll take a break, come back and talk a little bit more about the first half coming up after this at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
you.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
We're back here at halftime on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. The second 5A semifinal, the winner will beat defending champ Johnston in the title matchup here. And Pleasant Valley, a good run to end the first half, and they have their biggest lead of the ball game here of 8 over Dowling Catholic. Tammy, what did you see in that first half?
I saw good, patient offense from Pleasant Valley. Of course, getting good contributions from Hallie Weiss. A nice spark from Addie Maurer as well. For Dowling Catholic, they are keeping themselves in this game with their rebounding. They are out rebounding Pleasant Valley 18-11. They're getting themselves those second and third shot opportunities and keeping themselves right there in this game. It has been an exciting and fun first half to watch.
Problem is they're shooting 29% to 45%, so need a few more of those shots to drop here, and that zone has been an issue, hasn't it, Pleasant Valley?
It certainly has been. It's been very difficult for Dowling to get the shots they're accustomed to taking there.
Well, once again, it's time to thank our title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau, for their support of the state basketball tournament. Aaron Kirtley, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, had a chance to talk with Farm Bureau President Brent Johnson to learn more about their support of the Girls High School Athletic Union and student athletes across the state.
Thanks for joining us for the 2023 Girls State Basketball Tournament. I'm Aaron Kirtley with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We hope you're enjoying all the competitive play that you're seeing here today. We're so thankful for those who support us and help us put on such great events, none of which are more important than our longtime partner, Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Here with me today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. Thanks for joining us, Brent.
Thanks.
So we want to tell the viewers about the Iowa Farm Bureau and the support that you provide the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest in supporting the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union in all of our tournament games?
The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for 18 years. We're thrilled to once again be a part of the state girls basketball tournament. But to us, it's so much more than just a basketball tournament. The athletes competing here today are among the nation's best and brightest student athletes who have a great work ethic and understand what it means to work as a team. We share the same values. Through hard work, our farmers are among the nation's best, not only in corn, hog, egg, and ethanol production, but also lead the nation in conservation. That's a lot to celebrate. And our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to honor both.
So your support for youth and education goes beyond the IGHSAU. What other support does Iowa Farm Bureau provide Iowa's youth?
Farm Bureau celebrates Iowa's youth in many different ways. Number one, Iowa Farm Bureau, we give our students across the state nearly $500,000 in scholarships every single year. And through our teacher supplement program, we've given teachers over $450,000 in supplies and money so that they can properly have their classrooms put together for their students. In conjunction with the Girls Union and the Boys Athletic Association, we're proud to sponsor the concussion insurance. You know, there's only 7 states that even offer that. And for the 4th year running, we provide that for those student athletes at no cost to their families so that they continue to compete at a high level. And most recently, we're really excited to announce that we've given the FFA Foundation $1 million so that they can support their local chapters and ag education across this entire state so that they know what the future of agriculture means to everyday Iowans.
The student athletes participating this year are taking home some pretty neat souvenirs from this tournament. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of our favorite programs is actually the signature ball program. And it's a great opportunity that every student competing here today gets to have one of those signature balls so that they can have their teammates, their coaches, and mentors sign this ball so that they can carry this memory forward for them long into the future.
Well, thanks again to our proud title sponsor, Farm Bureau, and for Brent for being with us today.
Yep.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
All right, Frank, the store is yours. See you Monday.
What do you think he does in there? Think it's risky? I forgot my phone. And now you know what happens on Sundays.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Halftime here, winding down. Dar Daniels and Tammy Blackstone. I heard somebody ask about state tournament merchandise. Well, here we have it right here for you. Official state tournament merchandise available online. Get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code you see there. And or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. That's where you get your state tournament merchandise. And Tammy, you had a chance to kind of peruse the stats a little more here, and what are some of the other things that have stuck out for you?
Yeah, a couple things that really stand out to me are that Dowling has been able to score 10 points off of second chance points, getting themselves those rebounds and getting themselves extra opportunities. On the other end, though, Pleasant Valley has been able to score 7 points off of forced turnovers. So I think that if you're Coach Kristen Meyer, again, a coach with 13 seasons of experience for Dowling Catholic Maroons, she's in the locker room telling them to settle down. Their shots are going to fall. They've not had a great percentage so far with field goals, three-pointers, or free throws, and they know they can put those balls in the hoop.
And that passing does take patience. You can't ever kind of give up on it, because if you keep working, you're eventually – we saw them a little more, too. They went back into the free throw line and then out and worked a little more on that here to try to get some open shots.
Yeah, absolutely. They're learning how to deal with that zone defense, and they're getting themselves some shots. And like I said, those shots will fall here in the second half. And I'm sure that Coach has got them settled down a little bit.
All right, Dowling's out. Pleasant Valley now out of the locker room. We'll be ready to start the second half, and a trip to the state championship game coming up here in the second half. That's coming up after this at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
place for you.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
At the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Dar Danielson, Cammie Blackstone, Jose running the controls for us here as we're now into the afternoon and just 2 quarters away in regulation from setting up the title matchup. Johnston won 42-35 over Ankeny Centennial. That game was a one-possession game right into the last minute. A couple late buckets by Johnston, and they propelled back into the title game.
It was a very exciting game, 5A game here. Incredible crowds. It's so nice to see these communities come out and support their teams in this tournament.
So Dowling in the maroon will start the second half with the ball. Pleasant Valley in the white, and they've been playing that 2-3 zone defense. On the drive, kicks it back out. Up top to Moore. Over to Zedeker. Zedeker brings it out. Now in the middle there to Frericks and trying to go down low.
Once again, that zone being very disruptive.
And they'll lob it out to Tritton. She drives all the way through, and the shot clock was running down. She tried to get to the bucket, but not in time. That's our first shot clock violation, but it's not the first time that Dowling has run that clock way down.
Absolutely, they're doing a good job being patient, but are taking quite a long time on offense, and again, that's because of that zone defense.
Hallie Weiss gets it off inside, turn around, up and through for Clemens.
It's a nice crossover move there by Jessie Clemens.
Over to Triton. She gets it inside to Olson. Olson now drives and gets it blocked by Quinn Weiss. Yep.
Quinn Weiss is the 6'3" sophomore shot blocker for the Spartans.
Sister Hallie 6'2", Quinn is 6'3", and then you add in Addie Maurer at 6 foot. Gives you a pretty imposing back line on that 2-3 zone.
Absolutely, and they're quick as well.
Zedeker looking, and almost a jump out steal by Clemens. And there Clemens gets a hand on it again. 8 seconds on the shot all the way through. 5 seconds. 3. Shot blocked again by Weiss.
Once again, that time the Maroons trying to penetrate that, but when you get into the middle of that zone, you are met with 6'3" and long arms.
Back out, now over Hallie Weiss. And offensive foul as Clemens went inside, spun around and fell down, but she pushed into the Dowling player. Kind of screened her off, and they called her for the foul.
I think that is the 3rd foul on Clemens.
Yep, I think she's going to go to the bench, so we'll have an IMT Insurance substitution there, brought to you by IMT. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. The first team foul of the second half, and Clemens will sit down with 3 personals. Here's Dowling. Marin Heller now back in there for them as they're looking for a combination to go. Shot clock, here's a 3. Oh, that'll work. Rattles around for Julia Moore, but then goes down. Doesn't matter how much it rattles as long as it drops to the net, huh?
That is exactly what Dowling needs there, is to find that shot that's open, and when you have it, do not hesitate.
Zedeker poked that into the backcourt, but Weiss ran it down. Now there's Weiss dribbling through, over to Sister. Quinn now back over. 10 seconds. Up and under and through. What a move there by Maurer.
The sophomore, 6-foot sophomore Addie Maurer, had a tremendous game here at the state tournament.
Well, she's spinning around, but she comes out of it under control and puts up a nice shot off the glass.
Yeah, she is into double figures with 10 points today.
Here's Dowling. Heller kicks it over to Zedeker. Zedeker, they've had the clamps on her a lot of the day today. And she had 2 fouls where she sat down for a little bit. 10 seconds now on the clock.
Once again, running that clock down, looking for that shot.
5, Heller drives in, pulls up, and hits it.
That is the opportunity I've been hoping to see. Just a couple dribbles in, but pull up before you get into all that tall defense.
So back to a 7-point lead. Here's Weiss for 3.
And that is
Quinn Weiss.
Quinn Weiss, yep. All 5 of these starters for the Spartans will take that 3-point shot, and all of them pretty good.
Zedeker tiptoes the line and keeps that in bounds. Now she dribbles in. She has not been able to penetrate and drive like she likes to do much today either.
Yep, she has met a powerful foe here in this 2-3 zone.
Zedeker looking, throws it back over to Frericks. She pulls it out and then a little high over the head right to the coach. I think they're going to take a timeout there and talk this over. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a break here at the 2023 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Grows Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy, Dart Danielson, Tammy Blackstone, and we got a couple of real good coaches here on these, what you might expect here
We
in the
absolutely
semis.
We absolutely do. You know, I mentioned Coach Kristen Meyer for the Dowling Catholic Maroons in her 13th season, but also on the other side for the Pleasant Valley Spartans, it is Coach Jennifer Getz. She herself, tremendous ball player for Cardinal and then for in college as well, and she is a Hall of Famer, and she had her 200th coaching win just this season in her 12th season.
Both of them with Getz with 227, Meyer with 225. They each would like one more to get keep the season going here and possibly go for 2 more. Here's Pleasant Valley with it. Weiss kicks it outside. Pagliano drives in, stops. 15 on the shot clock. She's working against the 5 count there, but gets it away. Now Pagliano again kicks it out to Weiss. 5 seconds, and offensive foul called on Maurer on the screen. And Quinn Weiss will come back in for an IMT insurance substitution after getting a little rest. And replacing Addie Maurer.
Dowling Catholic at this point in the game with this 10-point deficit. They're going to be hopefully looking for some quicker shots, again, ways to penetrate this zone and get some jump shots that are open.
Yeah, you can run that shot clock and take a lot of time if you're leading, but they're not at this point, so you want to get the shot off a little quicker. Here's a 3 away, bounces off, no good. Battle for the rebound, put back, no good. And runs it down, but Weiss gets it, and then they're saying she stepped on the baseline, I believe. Down there did Julia Moore.
You know, it didn't result in the score, but that is a good possession for Dowling. They found that open shot. We mentioned, their second chance opportunities they gave themselves there.
Here comes Hallie Weiss with it. Up ahead to Kramer. Pagliano. Dowling has played man-to-man the entire way while Pleasant Valley's gone zone. Pagliano gets it blocked right back by Moore. But Pleasant Valley keeps possession. Shot clock down to 12. Pagliano drives again and draws the foul.
That's a tough defensive possession there, but Julia Moore really playing tight. They're picking up that foul, but really good defender.
Pagliano will go in, and she hasn't shot a free throw yet today. This is the first. Getting 76% for the line. We'll get Tritton back in and Frarix back in for Dowling for an IMT insurance substitution, and Pagliano with her second free throw.
Pagliano been a little bit quiet offensively today, but she has contributed with those 4 assists.
The lead builds to 11 here as we approach the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. The winner meets Johnston Friday evening with the 5A championship. Here's Moore. Bobs it over. Throws it out for 3. No good. Save, but it's going to be saved right back to Pleasant Valley. Looking for the cutter through, and there's the second cutter. Weiss, she'll take it and has it knocked away out of bounds.
Strong move by Hallie Weiss, able to keep the ball alive here for her team.
Addie Maurer back in for an IMT insurance substitution. And some minutes off the bench for Haley Oslin. Weiss driving, went to the right hand, didn't quite get it to go. And here comes Zedeker.
So Dowling is a good fast break team. They have not had that opportunity here today, and those Pleasant Valley Spartans just hustle back so much on defense. They haven't had those open looks.
Zedeker skips it across the top, now down baseline. Drive, and it's knocked out by Pleasant Valley.
Addie Maurer got a hand on it there. Leaving the Maroons with just 13 seconds here on the shot clock. Not a lot of time to find a good shot against this defense.
They dump it in there to Muller. Back up top to Moore. They rotate it to Zedeker for 3.
Really nice look there by the sophomore, Ava Zedeker. Great timing. That is what her team needed right now.
Back the other way for 3. No good by Weiss.
Nice stop there by the Maroons. See if they can get another score here.
Zedeker with it. About a 20-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. As we wind down to the end of the third, Moore dribbles in, loses the handle for a second. 14 on the shot clock. Zedeker drives through, up, and just off, and Muller trying to get a hand on it.
That was a good drive there by Ava Zedeker, really trying to get things going for her team here at near the close.
I'm just waiting for her to get a burst. She usually in the
Yes.
games I've seen her before, she gets one of those bursts where she gets a string of points. So far, Pleasant Valley's held her down from that. 10 seconds on the shot clock here at the end of the third. Well, shot clock off, I should say. Weiss backs in, spins, and she'll be called for the travel.
Just about 4 seconds left here. Enough time for Dowling Catholic to get off a shot.
And we'll see if Pleasant Valley, I think they'd pressure them a little bit. And they're going to get it into Zedeker. She crosses the half line, puts up a long 3, and that's a little wide of the mark. So it'll be an 8-point deficit. 8-point advantage for Pleasant Valley, 8-point deficit for Dowling as we head to the fourth quarter. Who's going to advance to the title game? We'll find out here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over. Hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
We'll go to the final quarter here in the 5A quarterfinal. I want to let you know the Iowa Bankers Association is proud sponsor of the Parade of Champions and the Iowa Student Achievement Award, the Iowa Bankers Association. Pleasant Valley will have the ball. That third quarter, Tammy Blackstone ended up 8-8, so we're right back to an 8-point lead that we had at half for Pleasant Valley.
We are. It seemed like Dowling was finding a bit of a spark there in that third quarter, and there's certainly enough time left here
Julia
to make
Moore
a move.
gets the foul. Yeah, it's not 8 points is not a big deficit with a quarter to go here. So
no,
but they've struggled against that zone. So we'll see what happens if they can crack that.
See this full court defense here from Dowling. That's a new look here for the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Dowling in the maroon, Pleasant Valley in the white into Weiss, and one. Hallie Weiss.
In order to make up that 10-point deficit, Dowling is going to need to get some stops, and that is tough when you are going up against the likes of Hallie Weiss.
Normally they say you want to get rid of your vices but not Pleasant Valley. They want to say we're keeping our vices because they're really good.
The more the merrier. That makes 11 points for Hallie Weiss on the day. Again, she is their only senior, so they just have such a bright future there at Pleasant Valley. She'll head and continue her Division I career next year at Marquette.
Yeah, they're saying, well, we got underclassed. But Hallie Weiss says, no, I'm a senior. I want it now. And, I can get a title now, and then they can follow up with it. But
right. It's a good skip pass there by the Maroons, looking for that opportunity.
Weiss knocks it away on defense on the other end, Hallie Weiss.
Tremendous zone defense.
Now back to her the other way, and a blocking foul.
Hallie Weiss coming alive here, getting that one in and getting herself to that free throw line.
See the replay here up ahead to her, takes it right in there. Yeah, she was undercut. It was a little late getting back.
It was a nice look ahead pass. Great finish.
So a 6-0 run here by Hallie Weiss for Pleasant Valley, ups the lead now to 14. And a little contact up front, but
Dowling needs to find an answer fairly quickly here for this zone defense.
Zedeker gets it down on the baseline, now gets it back. 12 on the shot clock. Over to Moore. 6, knocked away. Stolen away by Quinn Weiss.
Once again, just disrupting every pass, stopping every drive. I bet a lot of coaches are watching this zone defense and imagining how it can work for their team next season.
Yeah, and they're hoping they had 3 6-footers at the back.
Well,
too.
that helps.
Yeah, that does help a lot. Zedeker misses that back up and a foul. That will go against Quinn Weiss. I mean, Cherokee was so good with you. Matters there were 3 of you in there,
Well, that's the difference here with Pleasant Valley. Normally if you have a tall girl, we're not typically super quick, but these girls, they're tremendously quick. They've got those long arms. Hallie Weiss, Quinn Weiss, Addie Maurer in there, Jesse Clemens. They're incredibly quick and able to make those closeouts that sometimes you lose out on in that zone defense.
Frericks misses the first free throw. She'll get one more here. She's got 2 points on the day. Or excuse me, 1 point.
I believe that's Tritton. Her hair was covered.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that Tritton?
The number on her jersey was covered there.
Wrong one.
It's sometimes hard to tell from where we're at.
My mistake there. You're right. It was Tritton, not Frerichs. Yeah, because Frerichs just went out. Inside the Clemens, and she traveled with it.
Little stuck there in the middle. Good defense there by the Maroons.
Dowling just needs, they haven't had a run like Pleasant Valley just had to start the quarter. Dowling hasn't gotten in one of those runs. The offense has come so, grudgingly here against this defense.
They have had to earn every shot, normally with about 30 seconds, taking off that shot clock.
And now when Weiss jumps out and it gets off the hands of Zedeker out of bounds, and Pleasant Valley will get it back. Here's another IMT Insurance substitution as we see Hallie Oslin back in.
You can see the frustration of that Dowling offense. They are such a young team, just one senior in Julia Moore, and then a lot of sophomores out there doing their best, but showing a little bit of frustration here late in the game.
And Weiss will put it up. Quinn Weiss, she was out there looking for a pass and then decided to put it up, and out of the rim, goes out of bounds back to Dowling. Marin Heller back in for Dowling.
Quinn Weiss just 3 points on the day, but man, she has made a huge impact out there on the defensive end of the court.
Plays that middle enforcer role on the zone, and that time Hallie Weiss slaps it away. Pagliano goes behind the back, crosses the half line against Zedeker.
Dowling was looking for a half-court trap, not able to get it set.
Pagliano back to Clemens. And now here's where Pleasant Valley, they can bleed a little the shot clock here with this lead.
Yes. They can take their time, look for the right shot for them. No need to rush.
10 on the shot. Clemens drives and finishes.
Nice finish there for Clemens. That's an ideal situation, taking as much time off the clock as possible with a score at the end.
So 8-0 in the fourth quarter here run, and Dowling is yet to score in the fourth. Heller is trying to change that with a three. It's a little short. Zedeker got a hand on it, but Hallie Weiss is right there to rebound it.
Pleasant Valley looking to extend this lead.
And you can see Dowling a little. Nope, there's a drive. A little flush in the face, a little tired. Dowling's been chasing Pleasant Valley out on the floor on defense. They've been working hard on that man defense.
Yes, they absolutely have been making them work for every shot there. I believe the foul was on Ellie Olson for Dowling Catholic. Pagliano at the line.
Hits the front end.
That is just Pagliano's, I think, fourth point today. She normally averages about 13, but she makes herself known other places on the court. She gets 4 assists a game, 3 steals a game. She is she's fifth in the state in 3-point percentage. Has not been able to get those to fall so much today. I believe she had 1.
And that extends the lead for Pleasant Valley. Here's Moore, drives in, kicks out to Heller. She pulls up with the elbow. It has a block by Quinn Weiss, and then there's a foul inside.
There was a moment there. Heller was open on the 3-point line. At this point in the game with this kind of deficit, I think they've got to be playing with more of a sense of urgency and taking those shots. If they've got an inch, they need to be taking them.
Heller will step in. She's got 5 points. Hits the free throw. And that's her first point here of the fourth quarter.
Heller just a sophomore. Already getting a lot of Division I looks for softball.
And hits them both. Makes it a 16-point deficit. Here's Clemens. Now Pleasant Valley can pull that out a little deeper and run that shot clock down.
You see they're taking their time here.
There's Pagliano, gets it over. Shot clock at 7, knocked away. It'll be 6 seconds on the shot clock on the inbound.
It's a well-coached Pleasant Valley team. They bring that clock down. Now they'll be looking here to score.
Vice reversal, can't quite get it. Had to get in there quickly and then take it away. Pagliano goes in for the easy layup.
Nice steal there by Reagan Pagliano.
And Zediker. She's been held in check today. Throw it back over to her. She'll drive now, pull up and gets it blocked.
Really trying to make something happen for her team when she's used to be able to drive the lane and finish. She's a very good finisher under the basket, but when you are met with those long arms of Quinn Vice under the basket, it makes it a lot more difficult.
Quinn Vice with the block again. Here's Dowling with 11 on the shot clock. They lob it up. Heller. There's a 3. Good! That is Frericks.
It's a good, important look there for the senior, Lauren Frericks. Give her team a little bit of spark.
And a 30-second timeout. So, Coach Meyer, what's she talking about? And maybe you mentioned the urgency, trying to pick up the offensive urgency a little bit if you can.
Yes, I think she's telling her team that they need to be looking to just take a couple dribbles, quick shots, quick passes. They're trying to make those skip passes, but they're slow passes, and it's allowing that defense to shift with them. And so I think, like I said, if they're given an inch, they're going to have to take those shots and play like there's only 2.5 minutes left, potentially in their season.
Out of the timeout. Thanks for joining us here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Gar Danielson, Tammy Blackstone, Jose on the controls here today as we're just 2:43 away from setting up our first championship matchup. Pagliano gets it in, dribbles all the way down, and now back into Vice, and she puts it in.
Dowling was in that full court pressure, but the risk of that is that if you've got a team like Pleasant Valley, well coached, that can break that press and score off of it, there's often that mismatch.
Dowling's got a couple fouls to give here too, but the problem is it's been one of those deals where they just have not. Garrett Vice again.
Another swat there by the 6'3" sophomore. She's smiling underneath. It is fun.
It's nice to have those, the enforcer inside, as you call it. If somebody does get by you, Vice is going to be right there to contest it or block it. Zediker for 3. Good.
Great look there. She had a little bit of space and she took that opportunity. Now you see him jumping on here with that full court trap, forcing a timeout.
Zediker has 10 points now. Another 30-second timeout here. And mentioned it last year, Pleasant Valley knocked out in the semifinals. They've been pushing to get over the top of that, and right now they're a minute 54 away from doing that.
They're looking for a rematch. They lost in the semifinal game last year to Johnston by 20 points. Of course, the winner of this game will take on Johnston in the championship game, so they are here on a revenge tour. They would like that rematch, and they are less than 2 minutes away if they can hold on here and break this press.
If I'm not mistaken, too, Johnston's looking to be the first 5A team to go back-to-back, I think, since they started the 5A in, 2013 or so?
A lot of good teams in this 5A class.
Yeah, and it's been, of course, Johnson's been down here. We've got 2 titles. They finished runner-up. Now Pleasant Valley trying to break through here.
I don't believe Dowling was trying to foul there. The foul on Zediker. I believe they're looking for the steal and score, or maybe she is looking for the foul here.
Now they need one more to go to the 1-and-1. And And they get her trapped out there, but she gets rid of it, vice to vice.
It's hard to trap somebody who's 6'2" in the corner.
Yeah, and then you can throw it out high, too, to the other 6-footer.
Yeah.
And she can take it. There's another foul. That'll put them into 1-1.
Pleasant Valley will send their team back to be ready on defense.
Pagliano goes to the line with 7 points. And credit her, she missed some threes early, didn't get frustrated, just came back out, and then got a drive in there. She was looking for anything to work to score after missing a few early on.
Absolutely. It's really admirable. She, if some days your shots just aren't falling and you look for other ways to contribute. She has had several assists today, rebounds, steals, contributor and leader for her team. Dowling needs to be looking for a very quick shot here.
Over to Zediker.
Having trouble, as they have all game, finding that shot.
Back around, Tritton now. Frerichs for 3. Taken underneath by Zediker. Shot clock at 10. Or excuse me, that wasn't Zediker, that was Moore. Now over for 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Maurer.
Those are the shots Dowling needs to be looking for, but...
Oh, Weiss gets it back to her sister, and then the foul. Oh, Quinn could have taken that in, but she just flips it back to her sister, let her take it in there.
Yep, she could have. Now,
we saw that nice give and go they had down the lane earlier, but...
Yeah, they've been playing together for a long time, and it's got to be fun that they've been able to play together for 2 years here in high school before Hallie graduates.
And now they're 50.6 away from playing for state title together, so... As we see the substitutions come in now for Dowling, IMT Insurance substitutions as we'll run it down here. Emma Hazel, Macy Harnden in there for Dowling. Also, Ellie Muller back in.
The Dowling crowd congratulating some of their players who had a fantastic season for the Maroons.
Over on the baseline there, looking. Muller throws it out, and that'll go out of bounds. And we're going to see a line change here for Pleasant Valley as their crowd will stand up and clap as they're going to be in the championship matchup. Reese O'Donnell coming in, Casey Kane coming in. Also, Ashley Hansen in there, Rachel Vondahauer, Kaylee Moen for IMT Insurance substitutions, getting everybody's name.
Dowling Catholic just graduates. Julia Moore and Lauren Frerichs, they return the rest of their very young team. So even though their season is ending here today, they will be back for a very strong season next year.
Yeah, and that semifinal experience under the belt now, too.
Yes.
Try to go inside. That's Reese O'Donnell, and they keep it, and that'll do it. Pleasant Valley going to play for the title here after the win. 50-33. You see the bouncing huddle over there of joy.
What a fun day here for Pleasant Valley. Dowling, of course, disappointed in the result today, but what a season they have had. Again, a very young team, energetic. You see some hugs over there on the bench. It's just they've had some very nice and successful players there who will go on to
20
do
and
good
5
things.
on the season. They got to the semifinals here, so I'm sure we'll be hearing more from them again next year. Pleasant Valley goes to 25-0, and we're going to have a presentation here in just a second.
Pleasant Valley remains unbeaten at 25-0.
Receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gary Ross and Jean Berger. Congratulations to head coach Kristen Meyer and the Maroons from Dowling Catholic on an outstanding basketball season. And now Jessie Clemens will advance her team to the next round in the official bracket at center court. Spartan fans, your team advances to the 5A championship and will play Johnston on Friday at 6 p.m. And fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for your support and attendance
So
today.
we have the first
as a reminder, please
championship set up here. Kemi Black's doing quite a ball game. Just Dowling just could not crack the defense. That was the big thing, and they say defense wins championships. We'll see how that translates over into Friday night.
I think that was the case today for Pleasant Valley, and they are ready for that rematch with Johnston on Friday.
Always a pleasure doing ball games with you. Thanks
You
a
as
lot.
well.
Good to have you down here once again. Thanks to Jose. Running the controls. That's going to wrap it up here, as it'll be Johnston and Pleasant Valley for the 5A title Friday night at 6 o'clock here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.